Good evening and a warm welcome. I'm Kriha Atul and you're watching Viewpoint. Let's begin this broadcast this evening by telling you a story. Two, in fact, from two different parts of the country. One from Manipur, where three women were stripped to their bones and paraded naked by a mob, one of them even gang raped. And the second one from Udupi in Karnataka, where three girls from a paramedical college are accused and caught while filming a fellow female student in a washroom corridor. Where do you think the police and the National Commission for Women reached in no time? A reasonable guess would have said the former. But it was, like we all know by now, not Manipur, but the Udupi college. A video row where the video in question is now deleted from the records. The cyber cell of the police ensures no circulation whatsoever has been done. No complaints have come in as the victims didn't want to press the charges. And the police still had to rather register a suo motu FIR because of the protests and conspiracy theories being floated on social media. Is all this outrage now spilling onto the grounds with the right wing and the BJP groups protesting, many even revealing the identities of the three accused girls and the claims without evidences being made of similar instances in the past? Is all this not going to be impacting the investigation, we are asking? Or is this a mere hogwash by communalizing a college instance that has come after realization that the perpetrators are from the minority community? Let's delve deeper into this Udupi furor.
We don't have trust in Sitaramaya government because they are in favor of jihadis. That was, we need a safety in future.
Let me first bring in my colleague Akshara on the broadcast to understand where does the situation really stand as far as the Udupi Paramedical College video expose is concerned. Akshara, we do understand that there is a suo motu FIR that's been registered against the three accused girls and also the college authorities. What is the police really doing further on that FIR? And also, when it is about the BJP protests, which way is it headed?
Well, you see, the three girls had filed for an anticipatory bail, and the District Session Court heard their bail request and provided them a bail today to all the three girls' students. And the investigation is still going on both the three girls of both as well as the college authorities for not furnishing the details earlier in the time. And following which, we also had the NCW member, Krishna Sundar, who also visited the Udupi district. She spoke to the college authorities, the three girls involved. She has also sought information regarding this. And following which, she also gave a statement that the information that was spread out on social media, that the videos were uploaded on social media or forwarded in WhatsApp community groups were all false and not fall prey to this rumor mongering. So that's the statement given out by Krishna Sundar. But she'll also be discussing this case with the NCW members, and they'll go forward and take a decision regarding this. The SP has already given out a statement that it was a fun track. That's what the SP has to say regarding this. But once again, BJP has upped its ante against the Congress, and it has taken a political turn where the BJP is accusing Congress of appeasing the minorities pertaining this matter, and they are shielding these three individuals because they belong to a minority community. That's what the BJP is saying, and they're staging protests. And also, we're getting to learn that they're staging a mega protest in Bengaluru as well on August 1st. So where all the leaders will also join the protest. So that's the word coming in, but it is yet to be officially confirmed.
Okay.
Yes, BJP is still continuing the protest here.
Also, Akshara, we are given to understand that 15 of the BJP Yuva Morcha workers, there were FIRs against them. There was a woman worker of the BJP where an FIR against her was also lodged after a tweet that was sort of speaking about Sidaramaya's family. And she was also later arrested. When we take into account all of this that's coming to light from Karnataka and the protests that you say are planned in the month of August by senior BJP personnel, what are they really saying about these arrests? And I also would like to understand what are they saying to, how are they responding to the allegation that right after the Home Minister, Mr. G. Parameshwara, had asked for a review in the 2020 Bengaluru riots case is when this matter was escalated?
Well, you see, these two affairs were filed in two different cases. First, about some members, the 15 members tried to get a Home Minister's residence and they staged a protest here which were not allowed to do. And for their attempt to get a Home Minister's residence, the FIR was lodged against these 15 members of the Home Minister. And in the separate second case where the BJP member identified as Shakuntala HS, she was arrested for a tweet against Siddaramaya's family where she went on to tweet that if Siddaramaya's daughter-in-law or even if Siddaramaya's wife were to be filmed this way, where the other girls were filmed in Udupi, would he still go on to call it a fun prank? So that's what the tweet that was posted by Shakuntala HS, the BJP worker, and she was arrested. Now she's out on station bail. And keeping all this in mind, the BJP planned the Congress government stating that 500 such place. There's no place for people to protest, the BJP to protest. So that's the word coming in from the BJP regarding this whole matter. But still, they will stage a protest in the mega protest which they're planning to hold here in Karnataka. That's the word coming in from the BJP regarding this protest and how they'll take it forward regarding this.
Okay. Akshara, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. Let me now open this up to my guests who join us on the broadcast on Viewpoint this evening. Prashant GS of the Karnataka BJP is with us. Also with us is Bhavya Narasimhamurthy of the Karnataka Congress. Also joining us is Rashmi Samant, the activist who in fact flagged this entire incident on social media. Rashmi, I'll begin with you. You know, in your social media post, you go on to say that there are informations that are there about hundreds of such girls who have been filmed or have had been a prey to similar instances. Have you given information to the police about these girls that you're talking about?
Well, numerous girls have now come forward and said that, the similar incident has happened 6 months ago and has been happening for over a period of year ago as well. So the girls have come forward. They have told that this matter has been, brushed under the carpet repeatedly. So there is proof to suggest that there are more girls and it might be bigger than we even think.
No, girls have come forward where?
In the college girls have come forward. There are interviews all over the internet of them speaking in Kannada. The girls of Netra Jyoti College, they've come forward.
In Kannada, you say. You also had put out an article of a Kannada newspaper on Twitter where you'd claim that this is where the instances of all of these girls have really come to light through this article, and I'm suggesting this is what has happened. But this article, when we got it translated, it only speaks about the 3 girls who have been accused of filming their college mate in the paramedical college, and this is only speaking about the recent instance. No past instance has been spoken about. Then how are you making these claims?
The girls have themselves come forward, and I think you cannot refute the girls of the college coming forward and alleging that similar incidents.
No, absolutely not. But I'm just asking you about the evidences that you have
and I think that is proof enough. That is proof enough that this is happening, and it is definitely proof enough that this has been happening for a really long time, and that there needs to be a wider investigation. And instead of questioning the people who are trying to bring awareness in this factor, the matter has to be investigated. It took
absolutely. And Rashmi, I really am all supportive of the argument that you are making, but I'm just wanting to understand where are these women, because you are saying there are many girls that have who have come up. The police, in fact, had to actually go ahead and say.
I can send you a link of their interview. The students at Netra Jyoti College coming forward and alleging that for the past year this has been happening and that the matter has been repeatedly brushed under the carpet. I'll be very happy to furnish you with a link of the same. It can also be found on my timeline.
That's exactly what I'm quoting from.
For everybody who wants to see
Rashmi, that's exactly what I'm quoting from. The link that you've posted only speaks about the recent instance where the 3 girls.
Video, please look into the video. Please look into the video where they're speaking. I have put in the video, and the video clearly says, the girls are clearly saying, hindina 6 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಸಹ ಇದು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು, 6 ತಿಂಗಳಿನ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇದು ಆಗಿದೆ, 1 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು. They've clearly said in that video. So I would implore you to, watch the video again and to have an able translator by your side.
Okay, all right. Bhavya, let me bring you in. The claims that Rashmi is making through the series of videos and evidences that she claims she has put on her timeline, because of which there has been an escalation of this particular case. And now this entire protest has spilled onto the streets. How do you see this entire investigation really going? And do you think because of this, there is going to be an impact on the investigation?
This is an issue of women's safety. I would like this is an issue of women's safety, and let's just stick to that. And I honestly think those who are giving this a communal colors are very selfish, and they don't really care about either those girls in the who have been the survivors here, nor do they care about anyone. All they care about is giving this a communal color and using it for political benefit.
Okay.
Whether BJP or anyone who is spreading fake news with these tweets, even after their own party, Ms. Khushbu Sundar comes out and says that these are fake videos circulating. There was no camera there, but it was through the mobile phone, and none of the videos have been shared. If they want to blow this out of proportion, yes, what these girls did was totally wrong. They deserve to be taught a lesson. But giving us a communal color, that just shows how, to what extent they can use, anything for their politics. Whether it is a dead body, they want to give it a communal color and use it for their politics. BJP has a habit of doing this.
Okay.
And now they want to do this. But what about, when they speak about this, they are saying, oh, majority, yes, because this has happened to Hindu women. Where are those wrestlers there who sat there against their own MP weren't they Hindus? Where were these activists and where were these BJP spokespersons when they spoke about sexual harassment by their own MP? Now, this is a school issue. Although the administration was responsible enough to, make sure to involve the police so that, this won't escalate, or even by, the videos, if it is not shared yet, what if it would have been shared in future? Yes, they have handed over the phone to the police. That was very responsible on their part, and police have sent her to FSL, Forensic Science Lab.
Yeah.
And after all of this, they just want to sit there and, okay, I would like to ask Rashmi, yes, someone has said that this was happening since 6 months and all of this. What were you doing for the past 6 months when it was happening? When you were speaking to the students, why did you do this 6 months ago? What was your government doing 6 months ago? Why couldn't you take action against this if this was happening since 6 months? What is the evidence that this was happening from since 6 months?
Okay. I asked her the similar questions there, Bhavya. I would request you to get the audio link fixed because there is some issue with the audio. We'll get that re-established and I'll come back to you. Let me bring in Mr. B.S. Arun also on the broadcast. He's now with us, senior journalist who's also joined us for this debate. Mr. Arun, I'd like to first get your sense. So what do you make of this controversy that is playing out of Udupi? Of course, women's safety is an important aspect. It has to be dealt with an iron hand. And if at all, it's coming in from a college campus. And this time we're talking about an all-girls college. This is a female campus that we're talking about. The perpetrators happen to be colleagues and fellow students who have filmed a video. The video has gotten into the authorities' hands. They have got the video deleted. The police has also come in because of the protest that the college has seen. And now it's the BJP stepping in, claiming that the religion of the girls, the three girls, is important. Look at that. They are from the minority community. Hence, there is a conspiracy behind this video. What do you say about this?
Well, this is a very, very serious issue. The women's safety is involved here. And this happening in a women's college also is an important topic here. But what is the striking feature of this entire episode is that there are so many contradictions. And, the police action also, which have come into question. Number one, there has been a delay in the police taking action.
Yes.
The issue of management to delete the video, that amounts to, sort of interfering in the investigation process. The mobiles have been handed over to the police, and police say they are investigating. It seems the police, there was a delay in police registering the FIR, and it seems there have been no interrogation so far by the police in this issue. So these are this, and in addition to this, the Home Minister gives a statement like saying, this is very childish. This has been made for fun. These sort of statements coming from a responsible minister, a Home Minister of the state, I think is also very. This should not have happened. The Home Minister should have taken this in all seriousness, got into the bottom of the issue, and then if there is no video or nobody is involved, then that's a different matter. But investigate it properly. Don't bring either communal issues or don't bring any party-related matter. This is not a BJP versus Congress issue, nor is this communal and secular issue. This has to be investigated thoroughly, by the state police without any, partiality involved for any community. I think that is what we need right now.
Right. B.S. Arun, I'd like to ask one more question to you because I'm told by my team that you need to leave for someplace else. I'd like to also understand this entire lapse by the police to not press the investigation as soon as the instance was reported to them has been a big lapse that you're claiming. Do you think that is the reason and that is the buffer that's been used by members of the Bharatiya Janata Party to spill out those protests onto the street and make this entire matter communal?
Possibly because, this is sort of an issue that they have lapped it up. It's been given on a platter. I can't understand when there is an issue, which involves the safety of the students, the two women students. Why should the police be, show laxity in this matter? They are our children, whether they belong to one community or the other. Their safety is important. Their the environment in which they learn, in which they go to the school is important.
Totally.
And this shows the kind of attention that we give to our education system itself and to the children. And the state government should have exhibited more alacrity.
Okay. So on that note, let me actually ask this to Prashant GS. Mr. Arun, thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. Prashant, this is the accusation that's been leveled against the Bharatiya Janata Party. Even if you are standing for the right, even if you're standing for female safety in the state of Karnataka, for women's safety in Karnataka, the point that you are pressing on is the religion of the other three girls. Don't you think that's double standards?
Firstly, you have to understand that what has happened with the college students is entirely wrong, and probably it will send a very wrong message to society. Probably we should say, all of us, irrespective of parties, first must admit that as a society, we have failed the girl child in providing safety. That there is no two things about it, politics being kept aside for this moment. Now, it is really shameful that how the Congress spokesperson went on to say Bharatiya Janata Party is involved, or what they did when some other persons complained on a different member of parliament. It is Congress who is politicizing this. Look at what has happened now. The students who filmed it, they termed it as a prank. And the Congress Home Minister has got the audacity to say it's child's play. Tell me, which student who is 21 years old would you admit that they would do this type of ghastly activities for fun? Is it even believable? So therefore, the Home Minister's statement to say that it was fun is irrational, irresponsible statement. 1. 2. The college management should not have taken law into their own hands by saying we have deleted the evidence and the victim has sought apology, or probably the accused has given an apology to the accused. This is not how it works. The accused cannot give an apology to the victim and say, look, sorry, I have done this in a prank. It is not possible like that. That is on one side of it, and it is really shameful that Congress is indulging in this, and the lapse of the police in taking up and conducting a proper investigation. What stopped them? The incident happened on 18th and the students' protest happened on 20th. Police kept quiet. Now they're wanting to retrieve some data from a deleted mobile phone, which college management feels that they've deleted. And apparently, some of the news channels in Kannada also reporting that the chief of the college there has made the accused to write some apology letter saying, I will not repeat this mistake again 5 times or 10 times. Is this a sort of apology you're expecting? First of all, they have to be schooled in what is right and what is wrong. And the college management is equally responsible for what's gone wrong now. And there are allegations floating around. I am using the word allegations. So beware, there are allegations floating around that a banned extremist organization is behind doing all these things. There are allegations floating around. So therefore, it is only the request of the Bharatiya Janata Party that a thorough investigation to be carried out in a fair and transparent way.
You know, what I asked you earlier, you are in fact, you're just proving that point by just putting that thing out there where you're saying that there are allegations floating around that there is an extremist organization that is involved in this incident. Just making a blanket statement like this and broad stroking it, you're again communalizing it. I actually asked you about the exact... I asked you exactly about this in the beginning, and this is what you said. So far, the points that you've made are well taken. It's absolutely for safety and security of women, whether it's inside college campus or whether it is on the streets of Karnataka, and it needs to be brought to the public. But why go ahead and bring out this conjecture where there is no backing to this claim and make these conspiracy theories? Because even the police... Prashant, because even the police is saying that they do not have any evidence, and they would want people to come out with whatever little evidence that they have so that this can help them in the probe. Of course, the lapse of the police has already been established. But even the police is saying that. In fact, if you're missing the point that the video, which is now deleted, there is another video that's doing the rounds, which is being claimed that this is a Udupi video, which apparently is from Tamil Nadu. It's a fake video that was doing the rounds on social media. The police had to go on record and say that please stop spreading fake news. What did the BJP do about that? There are many social media handles which are associated with the Bharatiya Janata Party that were actually peddling that very video. You guys have gone ahead and revealed the identity of the 3 girls who are accused in this case.
My point was exactly what you're making, saying that the allegations floating around also have to be looked at from that point of the police has to investigate, because the Congress government may not allow a fair and transparent probe by the police. It has to be thoroughly investigated. Police must be given a free hand. If police feel that the state government will not allow them to have a fair probe, probably a different agency should probe into it. We are at no point in time supporting or abetting saying that, giving it a communal angle. Definitely it's not, because ultimately we are talking about safety of our sisters, daughters, mothers, and the women folk. Definitely, we are not that insensitive to say that we are communalizing the issue, but the probe has to be take place from all angles, and all conspiracy theories have to be laid to rest before a concrete step is taken, because ultimately how the children are going to get shaped up in the society and how people will look at these incidents will have a bearing on how the children are brought up. So definitely this incident cannot be taken in isolation. And I also will endorse Rashmi's view that if people are coming forward and making these statements that there have been instances where in the past that these have taken place, they have to be taken at face value and thorough investigations to happen. You cannot now ask the girls to produce proof of it. First of all, imagine what they would have gone through when these particular acts have occurred, and they have taken immense courage to come out and speak in the public. That shows that they are wanting to ensure that other colleagues...
Prashant, quickly, before I go back to Bhavya, this very point that you're making, Rashmi, there is some problem with that link, so I can't go to Rashmi at the moment. But has Rashmi really, or anybody else, any of the stakeholders who are claiming that the rights of women are sacrosanct and we are fighting for the rights of women, let's take it at face value, have you even bothered to go to the police? Because the claims that were made through these videos were that the girls were allegedly trying to take their own lives because they were so scarred because of the instance. Did you take it up? Because the police is wanting these evidences and they have none.
Griha, is it to me?
Yes.
Griha, is it to me?
Yes, Prashant, please go ahead. Yes.
See, it's not about what we have taken or what we have left off. No. You've just heard from Rashmi that students have probably come forward and spoken to probably her and informed her, because probably when she has championed the cause of them and brought out this ordeal of fellow students, probably people would have felt it safe that we should discuss it or bring it out in open so that justice ultimately is delivered to them.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying, Prashant.
And the perpetrators of the crime,
probably,
irrespective
if
of the
these
religion,
girls have
to be brought
reached
to board.
Rashmi,
They have to be thoroughly investigated.
The word that you're using, Prashant, let me come in here.
Investigated and punished.
The word that you're using before each and every sentence is probably. If the girls have actually come to, let's say, Rashmi Samant, was that information shared with the police?
Because Rashmi is not on the show.
Yes, we are trying to get her back, but I really want to understand that, because you guys are claiming those very claims that have been made by Rashmi. Yes, Bhavya, I'll want you to come in here. There's an important aspect that the Karnataka BJP and the Bharatiya Janata Party in general is making, is that there was an attempt by the Congress party, especially the Home Minister of the state, to make light of this entire situation, calling this a fun prank. And that was something that was totally uncalled for. How do you respond to that?
This irresponsible, useless BJP people need to understand that what happened in Manipur
first explain your Home Minister statement.
If you can please make your point, Bhavya, without getting personal, I would really request you to do that. Bhavya, please let's not get personal.
Can lead to communal tension.
Griha, let Bhavya first answer whether she endorses the Home Minister's view.
I was quiet when you spoke. Have some decency.
All right. Bhavya,
Bhavya,
I request you to please not make personal comments. Please go and make your point. One second, Prashant.
We are talking about women
let her make a point.
Do you agree with your Home Minister's statement?
Prashant, let her respond first. Yes, Bhavya.
Griha, give me 5 seconds.
No, I asked her just exactly that. I asked her exactly that. Let her respond.
What they're doing here. They know what they're doing here. They don't want to respond because they.
No, Bhavya, please answer. Please answer.
They're creating communal tension.
No,
we saw how
I asked you something else.
Became victims
Bhavya?
of fake news.
Bhavya, I asked you something else.
We are warning
Can I come in here? Bhavya?
to refrain from
Bhavya,
spreading fake
even
news.
would you be able to listen to my question first before starting to respond to it? I am wanting to understand that the allegation that the BJP is making, and of course there is a statement by the Home Minister of the state on record where he has ended up calling this instance a fun prank, and it should have been a matter that should have been resolved within the college campus. Do you think it was a statement not befitting of the Home Minister in the state, and that should not have come because there's a serious allegation at play here and there is women's safety that is involved? And of course, adding to the question that Prashant wanted to ask you, do you endorse the statement that's come in by way of the Home Minister?
Context to how the BJP is trying to paint a communal color to this. In context to that, he wanted to say this happened in a college and this has nothing to do with this communal color they are painting. But it's not like we are taking it light or anything. The girl was refusing to file a complaint against her peers, her classmates. That was the reason the police could not take action against them. Administration themselves, they've had it
the police have got every power to suo motu file a case and then investigate all the 3 girls. Just because the Home Minister says it's a prank does not end the matter there. Bhavya, be sensitive to your fellow women folks. Do you endorse the Home Minister's statement that it is a fun prank? Do you endorse that statement? Do you think it was a fun act?
That is going to cost a lot.
You really can call it as a fun act? Before even getting on to BJP, first admit that are you admitting that it was a fun prank?
Prashant and Bhavya, let's not make this into a shouting match. One second, Bhavya, one second. Prashant, the whole point that Bhavya is also trying to make here is, and they are sticking to this communal angle, I would like to understand, has this gone against the BJP? Even if you're standing for the right, this is one aspect that is totally going against you, where you are on the one hand talking about women's safety and then you are putting the 3 girls of the Muslim community on a pedestal and showing them to the world that these are the perpetrators because they belong to the Muslim community. Of course, this is going to go against them, against you.
Griha, definitely in this ghastly incident, we are not looking at any political mileage when it is dealing with safety of women folk. Unlike the Congress, which wants to capitalize everything, we are not looking to capitalize. Don't even want to.
Understand this one aspect, Prashant.
We're losing a particular
Understand this one aspect.
and the women folk winning it.
Understand this one aspect. The most important and a crucial aspect is that the victim and the victim's family refused to file a complaint with the police. So there was nothing left with the police. They had to suo motu file an FIR against the girls, the 3 girls and the college authorities. And that's where the catch is. And that is why the investigation possibly is taking that much of a time, because there's no pressing of charges. And that is what I'd want to underline here while I put an end to this debate on the Udupi story. I'd like to thank all my guests for joining me. That's all the time that I had on the debate, but right now I'm slipping into a very, very short break. Up next, we are going to be talking about how China has ended up provoking India once again over Arunachal Pradesh. And the issue is with stapled visas to Arunachal Pradesh athletes, and this, of course, has prompted India to withdraw from the World University Games. We are debating that after a short break.